G'day everyone, welcome back to this week's episode. Something a little bit different for us this week. We're on the bed and we've thrown a question box out on Instagram for people to give us some questions about anything they want to know. So we've got budget, tips and tricks. Caitlin hasn't read the questions yet.
I haven't read any of the questions yet, so this should be fun.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going to come out of her mouth tonight. And yeah, just general stuff about what we're up to and all that sort of thing. So yeah, let's jump into it. See what we've got to answer for us. Enjoy the episode and let's go.
What's the first question?
Righto, thanks everyone for, let's get into it. Chucking in questions today. Yeah, I don't know, usually I'm pretty good with the YouTube and coming up with stuff to do and it's not really a problem, but the last day I've just been sitting on the computer with all my stuff in front of me, I just can't get going.
All your thoughts.
I was just wasting my time, it was just getting to me, so I thought I'd chuck a question box out there and let you guys throw some questions at us and see what you want to know about us and what we can tell you. So let's get into the first one. Righto, so yeah, that first question was, does Nash sleep well at night time? Does he hear you guys moving around? Obviously it's a tight van, but yeah, we don't have a curtain between him or us or a door or anything. Some people do, but yeah, once he's asleep, he's asleep.
Yeah, it wasn't always like that. That's probably van life.
Yeah, like from home, do you mean?
Yeah, he wasn't like that at home.
Nah, so yeah, since he's been in the van, it's been really good.
He quite likes to sleep in light and all that sort of stuff, so.
We can do dishes, yeah, the whole lot. Showers right next to him. It's good, so.
He's good.
Yeah, the next question you guys got for us, are you missing family?
Yes.
Caitlin's short answer?
Yes.
She actually just mentioned today, before we actually got these questions, she was saying that she misses them.
What are we, 10 months in? We've lived away from our family and stuff for like 12 years or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're 10 months into our trip and it's been like a long time since we've sort of seen, like we're with our travel fam, which is great, but like our friends back home and family and stuff, I'm really missing them and I don't know, want to see them.
Yeah, well, it's been...
Perhaps because we're on literally the other side of the country.
Yeah, it's a long way from home.
As well. We're normally like a 2-hour flight from home, or, you know, I've got my friends around the corner, but...
We always got a lot of visitors too on Sunshine Coast. It was pretty rare that we nearly didn't have someone at our house. Like, within the 12 months, like in a year...
It was pretty rare that we would go like a month without visitors.
Yeah, obviously through COVID, yes, but any other time we always had visitors, so we always saw people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been quite a while now. It's been a good 5 or 6 months. Probably 5 months since we've been home. Saw anyone?
Didn't we?
What did you say?
I thought it was like January that we saw them.
Oh, was it? Well, there you go. Quite a while. So, yeah, me, look, no, you know, I'm used to it now. Like Caitlin said, we've lived away from our family for 12 years, so it's not really bothering me at the moment, no.
No.
Yeah.
We're not like, we don't get homesick. We're not like homesick people. We obviously have had a lot of time to get used to it. But yeah, I think like, I don't know.
Just starting to miss
maybe
them.
being so remote. Like we've been very remote for a long time. So, and perhaps it's like we have a 3-hour time difference to like our Victorian family and a 2-hour time difference to our friends and stuff. So it does make it like a little bit more difficult to talk to people. Yeah,
well, that's it. Like, we'd sit out this time of night usually, and then it's sort of when you talk to some people, but it's 8 o'clock here, it's 11 o'clock at home. So that's it, you don't talk to them until... And then you get messages at 4:30 in the morning, thanks to our parents and everyone else that forgets about the time difference.
But, I send messages to them that's like 11 o'clock at night. Anywho, short answer, yes.
I think a little stint, like, with some family would just fix that, wouldn't take much, so...
Yeah, just a couple of days.
Probably not even. Couple of hours. Nah, I'm kidding. I love yous.
I would also kind of really like just a weekend away, like with my friends.
That probably comes into
without
another question in here anyway.
And without Nashy.
Jumping ahead of the queue here, mate.
Am I? I haven't read the questions.
So next one we've got what are your favourite and least favourite places in your travel so far? You
Okay.
start this one.
Me? Right. Least favourite, I'll start with because I know that off the top of my head. Robe. Robe in, was that Vic or New South?
South Australia.
I meant Vic or South, I was sorry. I knew it wasn't New
Oh,
South.
sorry, yeah.
No, sorry, that was mine. Yeah, Robe, look, people had sort of talked it up and we got there and like it was like disgusting weather. Weather really makes or breaks a place.
Yeah,
it was hideous. It was freezing. It was like 60-kilometre winds. I may be exaggerating a bit about that, but it was really...
Oh, no, I don't know.
It was really
it was pretty up
windy.
there.
Yeah, freezing, raining. Oh, it was just awful. So, yeah, I didn't understand the hype about that place. So at the moment, Robe wins my least favourite place.
It does suck. Like, you hear a lot of people say awesome things about certain places, and then you rock up and you have 3 or 4 days of just crappy weather. It puts a pretty sour taste in your mouth about that place. So, we are... Well, I don't know if we'll go down as far as Robe, not this trip, but, you know, we do plan to go back there.
I would like to go back
summer
and see
and,
Robe, because apparently it's popping.
Yeah. Bit of a
Apparently
vibe.
it's great, so... We'll give it another go.
We'll give you another go, Robe. Don't worry about it. Don't stress too much.
Don't stress, Robe. We'll be back. Sorry?
Nah, you're right. All good.
Favourite places. Okay, we've been to a lot of places over the last 10 months. So
This is a tough question. It's one, everyone that travels a lot will say the same thing. It's probably one of the toughest questions out there because, let's be honest,
there's a lot of good places.
and there's
in Oz.
everything has its own little thing what's good.
Yeah, so...
But let's narrow it down anyway.
Okay, narrow it down. Bright in Victoria, such a vibe. Loved it.
Yeah,
Loved it.
Not bad.
Grampians in Vic.
Yep, epic hikes there.
Yeah, epic hikes. Loved the scenery. Again, great vibes.
Yep. Yeah. Halls, what's it called? Halls Gap? Halls Gap? The town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool little town.
Yeah, super. Uluru was just its own type of magic. That was really cool.
Yeah.
But I think at the moment, I mean, I love like Byron Bay and stuff like that for sure. But there was a place that we went to on the Dampier Peninsula here in WA, which is above Broome. It was called Gumbaragan, and to me, that place was really, really cool. It was just like we were up on like a cliff. It was like orange and blue and
Yeah,
green and
private little spot too. So
super remote. No one else was there except like us and our travel fam sort of thing. We
Picturesque
had
little spot, yeah.
great weather, which we have had great weather like in WA until we sort of hit this coastline a little bit, but
it's still great weather. It's just getting a bit windy now.
But yeah, like we could get out on the boat and all that sort of stuff. So Gumbaragan was really cool. I really liked it.
Number 1, Gumbaragan.
Yep, and Broome, but probably Gumbaragan.
For me, least favourite place. I don't even know. Honestly.
I mean, we've driven through a lot of dives.
Yeah, like yeah.
Through the middle.
Where we've stayed though. Yeah, like you got to say road for the weather. I'm probably going to agree. I can't. Nothing's come to the top of my head.
Mount Gambier was terrible as well.
Mount Gambier was cold, but the place was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Still, I liked the snorkeling there and that. So
True.
not Mount Gambier for me. Yeah, let's go Robe.
Poor Robe. Poor Robe.
Poor Robe. It's not getting a good rap, is it?
It's not.
Sorry,
Please,
Robe.
everyone, still go to Robe. Don't let us. We had bad weather. Don't let us change your mind about going to Robe. We'll go back and we'll reassess.
Favourite place for me would be the whole of the Gib.
Ooh, good call.
One spot along the Gib, it's a bit of a weird one, but I think just Gib River Road free camp there. It's right on the beach.
Yes.
Right on the beach. Right on this little river. Free camp. It was an epic little spot. We stopped there one night on the way up to a place called Columbaroo. It was cool there. We weren't quite right on the water then, so we kept going up. And then on the way back down, we were just going to stay a night as well. We ended up staying 3 nights with everyone. Nothing out there. There's absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
But
Not a thing.
it was. I like that. But a lot of places along that Gib are just unreal. So
Yeah.
if you do have the setup and stuff, yeah, you got to get to the Gib.
You
I know
gotta get to
everyone
the
says
Gib.
that, and there's a reason why. Glad we made the effort and got up there. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you got to go if you've got the time and the setup too, you've got to go all the way to the top. Like, you got to go Columbaroo and then Honeymoon Bay or McGowan's Beach, because and obviously Mitchell Falls is up that way too, and that was probably the best epic falls we've seen. The actual falls itself.
Yeah, is that the one that we got the helicopter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was yeah, that's epic spots up there. Probably, yeah, I'd have to be the best in Australia, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure, and like so different to what we're used to.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes it.
Oh, it's nothing
awesome.
like I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So that's a tough question, that one. Thanks for that.
Really got us thinking.
Yeah. So next one we've got. What camera gear do you guys use? So before we started, I just bought a DJI Mini 3 Pro drone. I've bought that for the trip. And I didn't have a GoPro or anything as when we started. Just my phone, which is a Samsung S21 FE or something. It's nothing too fancy. Caitlin's got the iPhone 14 mini.
Yep.
So we ran that for most of the trip.
The iPhone 14 has a great camera.
Oh, the iPhone's cameras are sick.
Schnick.
They are good. But yeah, I did want to upgrade mine, but I never got around to it. And then when we were in South Australia, when we were in Adelaide, I went and bought the DJI Osmo Action 3, little same as a GoPro,
just different brand.
and it's cool because I like the drone footage, so I figured it'd be the similar camera on there. So it seems to work a treat.
Most of our YouTube stuff is done on that camera.
Yeah, it's not great in sort of when you go in the caravan. It's not awesome natural light. It's not fantastic. But when we use it most of the time outside anyway. And then in Darwin, I've bought, which is on now, the Sony A7 III. So that's what we're doing here, using this on this. It does have a mic with it, but it doesn't have it on at the moment. So we're just going to test how this goes. Hopefully it's alright. Let us know. It's a big video if it's not. It does.
We're probably not going to do it again.
It does pick up a lot of background noise. Like, it's alright outside, it stops the wind, the mic, but in here, like, you can't have the fans, the aircon going, because it really picks it up.
Yeah, it's about 36 degrees in Exmouth, so we're pretty hot right now.
It's not too bad now. That's why we did this late at night, so we didn't have to cook our lid. But yeah, I've got two drones actually now, because one broke. It's the same drone, still a DJI Mini 3 Pro, but one broke, and then they weren't going to replace it, so I had to get it sent away, and it was at the start of the gig when we were in Darwin, so I didn't want to. I'm glad I did do it. I bought another one because I wanted it for the whole gig.
Yeah.
I didn't end up getting it back until here. I only got it back the other day. We're in Exmouth.
8 weeks later or something.
Yeah, it took forever. So.
Mine are sorry.
Chinese.
You have to travel Australia with a drone.
Yeah, so that's in the tips section too. But look, a drone is a very cheap scenic flight. Let's be honest.
We paid.
It's $180 a head for that helicopter flight we did for a 6-minute flight. So
yeah,
it was like $500 something there. So
obviously you can't fly a drone there, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper than helicopter flights everywhere.
The drone we've got's only $1,200, so it's not too bad. It's a very cheap scenic flight. I can't stress enough. You have to get a drone.
Everything from above looks so much cooler than what you can see just straight out in front of you. So
as you can tell from everyone's footage with drones, so
yeah.
That is the camera gear that we use. I think that's everything we've got. I've got tripods and little tripods and
what's that flash little?
Oh, a little gimbal for the phone.
Gimbal.
Not that I use that much anymore. It is good for like reels and stuff if you want to try and do some smooth footage, but
you could buy a lot of gear. Like you could buy a lot of stuff, but realistically.
And then the lens I've got is just a 24 to 70mm. Yeah, I'll chuck it up. I'm not too sure. That's about all I know. It's nothing fancy. It's good for doing this sort of stuff, but it's not a massive zoom, so it's not great for taking photos of like animals and stuff up close, I don't think. Anyway, that's cool. Cool story. Righto, so that's that. Next one we've got is, what is your budget? So obviously this is a big one for a lot of people. Love this question. Love to know finances about other people. So, and it is a big one too, as it is costly to be on the road, and we understand that. So we'll dive into a little bit of it. Obviously not heaps. I'll start off. So I did sort of the budget to begin with. Tried to work off about $1,300 a week. That's for on-road expenses kind of thing as we're travelling. So that's food, accommodation, petrol, and activities we allowed. Break that up to however you want, but that's what I originally allowed. It's probably more than that, to be honest. It's probably we haven't done the proper figures. What we've worked out is it's going to cost us about 90 grand for 12 months to be on the road, but that is also our personal cost. So we've still got shipping container with furniture and stuff in it.
So what's that, like 200
something bucks a month. So take that out of it. And that's
insurances.
Yeah, so this is insurances.
Caravan insurance, car insurance.
Regos on it too. Apart from that, we've got no other expenses. So, obviously, yeah, food is the most expensive thing, I think. On the food and petrol, obviously. If you can try and obviously do some free camping, that brings it down. But you're still going to have to pay camping fees along the way, let's be honest. Unless...
For sure. You can't...
It's hard to...
If you can free camp the whole of Australia, done to you.
You need to
New South Wales have like one free camp. New South Wales is no good for it. There is, like, we've done a lot of free camping.
Yeah, there is a lot. Yeah, 100%.
Especially up through, like, Northern Territory. There was a lot up through there.
Yeah.
A lot of low cost sort of stuff, but, like, low cost...
Still $30 a night.
It's still $20 to $30 a night sort of thing. So, and if you're not set up, like, if you don't have a battery system, it kind of really sucks.
Yeah, travel full time. Like... Yeah, so anyway, that's off the track, I suppose. Budget-wise...
budget, that's what we're doing.
We kind of... Look, we set that originally, that budget, as I said, but we kind of don't run a budget. I don't know, it's pretty hard to run a budget. Some people out there that travel are very strict. I don't know how, because if you'll find yourself, you might travel for a day or 2 days in the week, and then there's your budget blown out, because you're going to spend, especially over a couple of big days, you're going to spend $300 to $600 on fuel in 2 days. So fuel's massive like that. But then if you pull up for a bit, obviously you save money on fuel, but then you spend it on accommodation kind of thing.
Yeah, like we pulled up at Onslow in WA for 9 nights, and we didn't once use the car.
Yeah, so you save a bit there, but then it took us...
But we were in a caravan park.
Then it's a 4 or 5 hour drive, so there's a tank of fuel to drive to the next spot. So...
Well, we were empty upon arrival, so we spent... $300 to fill it up, and then when we got to our next place, we were almost empty.
For the
so
day.
it was another sort of $300.
Oh, not like 5, yeah, but So yeah, kudos to people that can stick to a budget on the road. It is tricky. It is pretty tricky.
Yeah, I wonder if if you were doing multiple laps, maybe the second lap you could really stick to it a lot more. But we haven't not done anything. My God, we have not done anything.
That's a tricky thing too.
We like to go out for like a pub meal.
Yeah, especially if you're traveling with people as well, which is awesome. Highly recommend to travel with people if you we've met these people on the road. And it's been unreal.
Fun on the way.
All the kids play, but then obviously you have plans for dinner or whatever, and then someone will be like, "Oh, let's go to the pub for dinner." So you're like, "Yeah, right, sweet, let's go to the pub."
Sure, let's go.
So you go and do that.
You love breweries and like different craft beers and stuff like that. So every brewery, we stop at, and we did a helicopter flight that cost I don't know however much over Mitchell Falls, which we kind of decided then and there.
Yes, yeah, that's it. And we only did that too because with other people that then decided they want to do it, so then we're like, yeah, we'll do it too.
Yeah. So, yeah, we haven't not done anything. I don't think there's been one time where we're like, no.
Nah, yeah.
Let's not do that or
not
whatever.
Very often. You'll find, you jump on the road as well, you'll notice pretty quick.
Look, it's like a once-in-a-lifetime...
That's it.
Opportunity. If you don't have the funds, then that's totally a different story.
Yeah, that's if you got to be... and I can see, you'll get to a point where you've got to be strict on a budget, and that's sweet, and you will make do, and... but yeah, that's us personally.
So yeah, we think it's up more like 1900.
Well, no, that's with the other stuff. I'd say, I don't know, I'm going to guess like 7, 16, 15 to 18, let's say that.
$100 a week.
And we've only one kid as well, so...
Who eats nothing.
We've seen families travel with, 3 to 7 kids, 5 kids, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that some with teenagers, and you just think, gee whiz, I feel sorry for your food bill. It must be massive. And because Nash doesn't eat a thing, as you've all seen.
My God, he sucks.
So that's that. That's budget for you. So I hope that answers a few. If you want to know any more, just send through a message or whatever, and we can answer it. But yeah, we're not great with the finance of just
I've downloaded
writing things down. It's too hard.
I've downloaded 2 budget apps in our trip.
Should probably put 2 entries in it and that's it. So that was a waste of time.
Well, in my defence though, I had to get a new bank card, and that has been a kerfuffle.
What, like 2 weeks ago?
No, it's been like a month.
Oh, what about the 9 months prior to that then?
Well, I only had 1 app then.
Oh,
and
okay.
It was too much work. I didn't care enough.
Okay, let's move on. Let's go to... this will be a quick one. How do you cope travelling with kids on the road?
Would you like me to take this one?
We sort of touched a little bit on it, I suppose.
Travelling with kids on the road...
Kid
is the best thing that we could have done for him ever.
Mm.
He was this shy, timid, little placid thing that would not let go of my leg. Like, God forbid someone looked at him. Like, he wouldn't talk to anyone and stuff like that. And now, 10 months in, he's a completely different child. So he has grown so much in confidence and everything. And also knowledge. Like,
yeah, the things he come out with.
Where he comes up with these, like, he just tells us facts all day, every day. Is, Dad, do you know this? Mum, do you know this? Da 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 da.
Just even driving we went through a canyon today, and I think it was even just sitting here. He just pops out with a random thing like, "Did you know Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world?"
Yeah, like,
before,
what? Okay.
4-year-old knows that.
I mean, it might be common for 4-year-olds to know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe it is. Yeah.
But just the knowledge, and he's not homeschooled or anything. But yeah, the things that he's learning and just, recalls from along the way, like, learning about Uluru from actually being there is so much better than learning about it in a book, So, yeah, but for his confidence and everything, hitting the road was the best thing that we could have done for him. And I think him going forward now, he's still, don't get me wrong, like, he's still a little bit shy, but yeah, compared to what he was, he's a completely different child. So I personally think that if you are worried about your kids on the road, don't be. Wipe that out of your head. It is the best thing that you could do.
Sort of wasn't really a question, but that's okay.
But how is it travelling with kids?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, therefore, it's great.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend it. Better?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's...
Does he annoy us? Yes. Does he drive us crazy? Absolutely.
What kids don't they?
He's, obviously Dill went from working 5 to 6 days a week, not being around him, only being around him for 2 hours a night if he's lucky. And he was at daycare 3 days a week. So going to full time with a child, it's different to, the way he was at home is very different to the way he's here. So I think you just adapt, you get used to it. You need to communicate, you need to be good. I'll say to Dill, I need time. And Dill, we'll take him off for a bike ride. Or, if I can tell that Dill's getting agitated, I'll be like, let's go, mate. And we'll go to the pool or to the park, whatever it may be. You need to... I
think it'd be a bit different too if you had 2 kids similar ages or whatever. Obviously, then you've got 2, but they do... We've noticed other families, they obviously play a little bit more, where 1 4-year-old is quite dependent on us to obviously play with him and entertain him and
solely
do things with him.
Us.
So, which is fine. That's fair enough. He's,
we knew that when we left. We had that conversation that we're going to get very busy because we're going to have to play, all the games that he wants to play and all that sort of stuff. And so that's fine, as long as you communicate and you make it work. If you're getting annoyed, if you need time away. I mean, it doesn't just go for your child as well. There's times...
Oh, with your partners, exactly,
you drive me crazy.
Every day. Every single day. We love it. Help me. Help.
Classic. Anyway, communicate. Kids are great.
Communicate, kids are great.
Next one.
Shut the gate.
Poet.
Okay. Has fuel been expensive, especially up the middle?
Let's just, before we touch on that, we've got a Land Cruiser 200 series. So the answer is yes, it costs a lot to fill it.
Everyone, there's probably the most popular car on the road. So a lot of people will understand fuel for a 200, and there's bigger cars out there too. So we're not the biggest one. Yes, fuel at the moment is quite expensive. Especially up the middle wasn't too bad.
Up the middle was great. It was like the cheapest of our trips, I think.
There was certain servos that were charging up in the high twos, like $2.60, $2.70. But then you get the odd, the some that are like $1.80 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Out at Uluru, I think it was like $2.60. So that's a long way from anywhere. You can sort of expect that. But up the actual middle was pretty good.
Along the Gib was probably.
Oh, you're paying $3 and stuff like that along the Gib.
Super remote. There was days where they didn't actually have fuel. Along the Gib. So.
I was going to say, fuel hasn't been an issue at all. We do carry a 20-litre jerry can. I've had to use it twice, I think. But the only place you'll probably come into trouble, we've come into trouble, is if you go up to the place I said, Clumbaroo, which is one of the most remote places in Western Australia, up top anyway. They only do fuel on Wednesdays and Saturdays or something in the dry season. So
from like 8 till 10.
And you pretty much use a tank of fuel to get there, so you need that fuel. So you need to time it to come out of there. You need it either come out on a Wednesday, and they're only open between 8 and 10. So
it's very minimal.
So you need to time that. Pretty crucial. And then they might run out of fuel too, so you got to be careful there. So it's a bit touch and go.
A lot of people on the Gib and those remote places call ahead, but it's all very. There's a lot of. You generally know about it before you get there.
Yeah,
so
you work
the
it
town
out
beforehand.
There
might be a sign that says no fuel at the next place.
Like when we left Drysdale, we sort of went to Mitchell Falls, and then we only took out, there's 3 of us. We left 1 car behind because we knew they wouldn't make it because they were at petrol.
And there was
good
no
old
petrol.
Chevy. Chevy 1500 Petty, eh?
Lappin' and living.
But yeah, anyway, so you just got to make do, and it's all good. But yeah, fuel.
It hasn't been too bad a price, I don't think. There hasn't been any places where we've
over here at the moment,
blown away going, oh my god, I can't believe we have to pay that. I don't think.
Over here is kind of dear at the moment. It's $2.50, $2.60, which is pretty expensive.
I think key is just do what I do and just fill her up and don't look at it.
Yeah,
because you got to fill it up anyway. You need the fuel, so who cares what it costs?
Swap your card and walk away. Don't even look at it.
Don't even look.
So that's the fuel. Not too bad, I suppose, generally. Next question: are you moving back to the Sunshine Coast when you're finished? So this one we get asked a lot as well. We at this point, yes, we are. I think we're not sold. We're not 100%. I don't know. We actually no. Okay, we don't know. We haven't found anywhere else yet, in particular that we like more than Sunshine Coast.
We still feel like Queensland is home.
Yeah.
Whether it's Sunshine Coast or not. I guess the reason we left Sunny Coast, it was so busy, and I guess we would probably maybe go back there, test the waters for a little bit, and then.
Yeah,
I'm picturing probably more something like maybe Agnes or something like that, maybe even Airlie Beach.
Yeah, Bargara's pretty nice,
Bargara.
It's a bit far, but
A bit far from where?
From
Airlie
sort
Beach
of,
in 1770s, way further.
Yeah, I know, but it's just getting too far away from commercial airports and stuff like that. I don't know. It's nice to be close to big airports, but
for that,
we're not going back there straight away. We have plans to do some other stuff before we get whenever that is. I don't even know when we're finishing this trip, so it could be.
We're not moving to the Sunny Coast anytime soon.
Nah, we're not going back there anytime soon.
But Queensland still feels like home.
Yeah.
Still is home. Where in Queensland we don't know.
Yeah.
How's that?
There you go.
Yeah.
How's that one?
Sunshine Coast, maybe, probably not. Who knows?
Right, so that's that one. What do we got here? We've got one we've got is the best and worst thing about being on the road. So the best thing for me is number one, the freedom of just being able to do pretty much what we want whenever we want. So for us, we don't book things, we don't plan much. So
we don't get up before 8.
No, you don't.
Oh, that's just me.
Obviously you can sleep in if you want, but I still try to get up half decent time and get into it. But just having no plans.
Having no plans is the creme de la creme. We don't book ahead unless we really have to. School holidays, you got to think about it a little bit, but whatever. What else is great? Oh, just everything.
Oh yeah, there's the list's a mile long, but
Yeah.
the number one for me is just the freedom. Yeah, just it's not very.
Not going to work, that is the best thing. But freedom, huge.
Yeah, it's not going to be many times in your life you can decide whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it, sort of thing. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool feeling, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Fun. So,
Was it best and worst?
yeah, so worst thing as well. We don't have a lot. Dumping the toilet's pretty crappy, but good pun.
Good one.
Yeah, cheers.
People that require a lot of alone time.
It might get to you a little
It
bit.
might get here, it might not.
You just adapt.
Communication,
Yeah.
as I said, is key. But no, there's dust.
Oh, that's right. Dust.
Dust. I hate
dusty
dust.
roads.
We have a dust reduction system that works great. But I don't know, it still gets in somewhere, or like just when you open the door and you get there, like it's just the red dirt is dusty, whatever.
Works great if you put the filter back in the right way too. Hey,
Yes.
old Caitlin over here put it back in the wrong way and the gear, but it went everywhere. So it doesn't matter
Still
anyway
put
because
it in upside down. And
little fairies come in and clean it all up anyway when you're outside doing stuff. So it's all good. You know, it doesn't. For the blokes, don't stress about it. It just cleans up.
Wow.
Gonna get in trouble there. Aren't I? So that's probably the worst thing. The dust.
Yeah, Dill doesn't clean the inside or the car.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. Well, I do other things. So
Like dump the toilet.
yeah, dump the toilet and clean the outside and pack all the outside
Clean
up.
the
Put the awning
outside
out.
3
Put the awning in.
times.
I do heaps, mate.
You attach the grey water hose. Anyway.
Whatever. This is out. We're
There's not many
domestic
bad.
here.
I know. God, we should really not do that. We're sorry. Freedom's great. Dumping the toilet's not.
Yeah.
And dust. Okay.
There's lots more, but yeah. We're going to try and shorten this up, otherwise this video is going to go for about 2 hours. It's not the idea. So, a couple of tips for people thinking about doing a travel full time, righto? Quick couple of ones is...
Do it.
Caitlin's is do it.
Do it. Do it now. Don't wait. Just do it.
Tips for people that have decided to make the call and do it. While you're setting up your stuff, your van, your car, whatever you've got, if you're thinking about adding extras to it, or putting more solar on, or going to lithium, or putting a boat on, or getting an angle for the car, or whatever it might be, and you're just like, oh no, we'll see how we go. Highly recommend just do it. If you've got the funds to do it and you think, we'll see how we go, if I want it I'll do it while I'm on the road, it's a hell of a lot easier to do it when you're at home and set it all up, and then you've got it for the whole trip then, because like us, we didn't do our battery setup, our upgrade until Darwin, which was 7 or 8 months into the trip.
Yeah.
We didn't put the boat on up there until then either. So we missed out in South Australia. We're lucky with people with the boat, but in the warmer weather you want that boat. We
got to the point where we don't want to go to WA without a boat.
So
I highly recommend people live by that motto. Don't go to WA without a boat.
Yeah.
If you have the weight capacity.
Yeah, that's it. It all comes down to that too. You got to be realistic
Be smart,
about it.
people. Don't listen to me.
But I'm just saying, it could be little things as well. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Get a drone. If you think about getting a drone, I'll see how we go with that one. Get a drone. I think that's the number one. Another tip, hey,
Yeah, definitely.
It's a very cheap scenic flight. So, I don't think I've already said this.
I think you have.
We had a bit of a mishap with the camera, so it stopped recording, but we don't know where we got to. So
if he hasn't said this,
if I haven't said it already, get one. It's a cheap scenic flight. I'm pretty sure I said in the same segment it's got cut out. So anyway, get a drone. It's a cheap scenic flight. It costs us like $500 something for a 6-minute helicopter flight over Mitchell Falls.
which was super cool, but
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong, but you can't afford to do that everywhere. You're not going to see everything from above, and everything from above
not everywhere has
is
helicopters.
a hell of a lot better. So get a drone for the price. Epic.
and also, a really good place to use the drone is through the middle of Australia where there's crocodiles everywhere and you don't want to swim. So to be able to just drone up how beautiful it is and you sitting on the sidelines is great.
So that's tips. What else do we have? Tips.
What's the question?
Tips for people thinking about doing the trip.
Look, my only tip is do it.
Yeah.
If you've got 10 grand in the bank, and you've got a car, head off. Head off. Drive until you don't want to drive anymore. Stop there, work for a couple of months,
Get some
your
funds.
next couple of grand, and drive again.
Yeah.
Stop for a few months, keep going. There is literally work everywhere.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Nowhere is short of work.
Nah, you'll pick it up wherever.
Maybe the New South
do whatever
Wales
you want.
coastline.
Get out of your comfort zone. Do something else.
Yeah.
Good. That's the whole
Do something that you're not used to.
beauty about
Meet
traveling.
new people.
Doing this as well is getting out of your comfort zone and doing things you're not used to doing, like this, like we're doing right now. I'd never thought in my wildest dreams that I'd be doing a YouTube video.
I never
18
thought
months ago,
that
so-
you have a big camera.
Nah. Let's move on. Okay, who does the social media and how did they learn?
I do it. I do those stories that have no music, no writing, no nothing to it. They're
So-
my stories.
The one that you see like a photo of just like the ground or something, they're Caitlin's. No, seriously, I do it all.
Man behind the lens.
I've never done it in my life before this. I
You
barely
could not
knew
have
how-
cared less for photography. Dill never took a photo of Nash and I ever, and now it's
take
like the
about 100 a day.
paparazzi, man. Nash and I can't go anywhere.
So yeah, I do the Instagram reels, the Instagram, Facebook. Not that I do much on Facebook, but I do a little bit to keep those people updated. And then the YouTube videos, I do the edits on all that as well. Self-taught, I didn't know how to do any of it. It's all out on there online. I haven't done any tutorials really as such. I've YouTubed, I've Googled a few things here and there. I use DaVinci Resolve 18, the free version, so it's good enough for me. To be honest, the main reason I started sort of doing YouTube and the reels and everything like that is for our personal benefit. To document. It's all, our whole trip now is documented. You can take as many photos as you want and videos, but realistically, you're not really going to go back and look at them all. You might one day, but I know from Canada and America when we travelled over there, you might go back and have a look at the odd photo or whatever. But
Yeah.
now we've
Even
got
like our wedding photos, like we watch our video.
yeah, exactly. We don't even know if I've looked at our wedding photos apart from the first time we got them. You haven't either, have you?
Yeah, I look at him a bit with Nash because he wants to see
yeah.
the dog.
Oh, lucky boy. But yeah, so now, for Nash's sake too, he's only 4, so, in 10, 15 years, if he wants to go back and see what he did, have a trip around Australia when he's telling his mates or whatever, it's all there in video form for him, and it's all the highlight sections of the good parts, generally, so, that's pretty exciting for him, and that's the main reason I've sort of taken on the YouTube role and sort of been half passionate about it while we've been on the road, is to document it all in a nice way and have it all for us and the reels as well. It's pretty cool to look back, some short or whatever, but still you get same thing, the little highlights in there, and because you forget, like you go that many places and you travel that much, you forget pretty quick
Oh, yeah.
where you've been and what we've done.
Even
And,
like people will say a name of a town and
yeah,
like,
you don't really think about it, and
did we go there?
yeah, so yeah, anyway.
But you think of like a memory from that town, and that's like, hopefully what Nash can take out of the YouTube.
Yeah, it's his first memories at the moment, you'd think, so it should trigger something for him and be able to watch it. Yeah.
Dill has, it's become quite his hobby, and he has quite a passion for it. And patience. I don't. I, am tooting the horn saying, come on, let's go hurry up, while he's taking a photo.
Trying to get the angle, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Fridge.
And he gets such great photos, and we're so grateful for them. But, it obviously is time consuming. And I just don't have this sort of patience. But Dill absolutely loves it, and never in a million years would we have thought that this builder
Would be doing this sort of stuff.
builds multi-level houses, etc., would be, droning and cameraing, etc., YouTubing.
Yeah, so that's if you're looking on the socials, you're probably
It's all
talking to moi.
Say, if you want to talk to me, just say Caitlin.
Put Caitlin on the phone.
Yeah. I have it, I can see it. Yeah. I just don't do much on it.
Anyway, that's the social guru for you.
Oh, social guru, self-proclaimed.
A bit of a nerd, really, but yeah, anyway. How long does a YouTube video take? So, to edit, it takes me roughly between, probably about 2 days between a for a 15 to 30 minute video, it probably takes me about 12 to 15 hours to edit.
You don't reckon more?
Nah, probably not. Or
No.
once I actually sit down and get into it.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
It'll be about that. So I do try and do them at night time once Nash goes to bed. I started doing that at the start. So I go to, jump on the computer at 7 o'clock at night and I'll sit there till midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, say. I might do that for 2 or 3 nights. And then, that's the tube done.
He's much more productive doing it when Nash and I are not.
There's too much going on otherwise. The last couple I've sort of done during the day, I might have a full day on it or whatever. And I try to get Nash out and so that Jill can concentrate, stuff like that, because you got to get on a roll, man. So that's why you like it better at night time, but you have been doing it during the day. So that's that's how long it takes to do a YouTube video. So there is a bit of work in it.
It's time consuming. It's not just a piece of cake.
And even
and you got to learn the programs and stuff.
It's not just the YouTube.
I don't know how to do it.
You're right. I had to say something. Old mate over here, just keep going. You good?
I'm good. I'm good. Do you want to talk?
Yeah. So
anyway.
Shut up. Dude, be quiet for a second. It's not just the YouTube, it's the reels as well. They take, there's
reels are very time consuming.
Anyway, Caitlin can take over from here. You go.
Okay,
what's next? We've got, there we go. So we've got 3 of them. Sweet. Did you pack much at the start that you never use?
Okay, so I'll take this one. You good for me to take this one? I am not a hoarder. You don't mind to keep a few things.
Oh, no, I'm not a hoarder. Definitely
because
not.
I throw it out.
I'm bit of a minimalist as well, though.
Yeah, we are very minimal people. Very minimal people. Ask our family and friends. But no, I was very we don't need this, not coming. We don't need this, not coming. I haven't used this in a few months, not coming. So I am pretty sure that everything in here gets used. Yeah,
we wouldn't have much. I'm surprised Caitlin didn't mention at the start.
Sorry, hang on. There is one thing. There is one thing. Just there's a lot of things in this van, but there is one thing that doesn't get you. That has never? Should we say never?
Maybe never.
Never been.
Hey, it's been around the whole country now, though, so that's pretty good for
in the tunnel boot. So I sent Dill to get a beach chair one day. Just those little, flappy. They fold out flat. They've got a strap over their shoulder. They take up this much space. You can carry it down the beach super easy. It's the best thing ever. They're about $20 from Kmart. Send Dill to the shop to get one. He comes back with an $80 ginormous stupid beach chair that fits nowhere. It's dumb as what?
It's going to be good on the Ningaloo Reef next week when we head there, though.
Oh, because our caravans... You still won't use it because our camp chairs will be out. Anyway, that's the most stupidest thing, and I will never let him live it down.
I've still got it too.
He's still stupid,
it's coming everywhere with me.
He has not used it once, guys. I've used my chair
a lot.
I don't even know how many times. I use it at every beach that we go to because it fits over my shoulder and I can carry it with...
Mine would. If I put it over there.
It's like... You'd have to carry it on your head, man. It's stupid. It's like... you may as well have gotten a banana lounge. Oh my
That's a good idea, actually.
Anyway, that is the one thing...
Everything
the
else...
only thing in this caravan that doesn't get used. We've got a full set of golf clubs that has been used a buttload of times. And we're at a beach a lot more than we're at a golf course.
Yeah, so... Anyway, beach chair, about the only thing. Everything else... We've got electric scooters, bikes, everything like that we use a lot.
Yep.
But yeah, apart from that...
everything gets used.
Anyway, that's about the only thing we've packed.
I think you're just keeping it to annoy me, though.
Yeah, I am.
It annoys me.
Can you tell?
It annoys me a lot.
I'm surprised you've left it in there.
It was $80.
Yeah, but it'll be right. It'll come in handy. Trust me. It'll get used.
If you see a lot of stories up one day about this beach, I'm going to take that many stories. Our socials are going to be flooded with stories of this beach chair. If it ever comes out.
It'll come out.
Anyway.
Alright, so last question.
Last question.
Is just an easy one. Where you're off to next. So from here, currently in Exmouth, like we said, we've got Ningaloo booked for 5 nights, and then if the weather's alright, we're going to stick around longer. And then general direction, just keep heading south along the coast. Coral Bay, Carnarvon,
Monkey Mia,
those sort of areas. The general, which way everyone's
Perth
sort of going.
direction.
Yeah. So yeah, we're heading that direction. So that's
We have no idea how long it'll take us. We have no idea where we're stopping.
yeah, that's about
But
it
it's
for
that way-ish.
where we're heading next. So yeah, that's there's what 10 to 12
That's our
questions
questions
there.
there.
Yeah. Once again, thanks heaps for throwing the questions out to us. It gave us a fair bit of content there that we can use.
I didn't think it was going to take this long. Sorry if this episode's
Yeah.
long.
Probably goes for an hour. Everyone's probably turned it off back at the start, but anyway, that's alright. There's probably no one watching now. If you are still watching, I want to say thank you for watching, and
We're
we
sticking it out.
appreciate you guys watching all our videos, pushing the like button if you can. If you're new to the channel, push the subscribe button for us as well.
And if you're not new to the channel, push the subscribe button if you haven't.
Yeah, and the notification too, so you know when we put the new videos up.
Which is
And
generally
every Sunday. I'll try to get one up 7:30 Sunday Australian Eastern Standard Time.
morning, afternoon, morning or night.
7:30 a.m.
AM.
7:30 a.m. So it's up for you, so you can lay in bed and have a coffee and watch it if you want, or watch it in the RV, whatever you want, on a Sunday. We know we used to like watching them on Sundays when we watched them before we travelled to get some ideas and stuff like that. So it is kind of handy. Yeah, for that's what's
That's it.
that's
That's
it.
us.
That's our questionnaire. And next
Sweet.
week we're coming up next week is I'll show you a couple of quick clips right now. What's coming up next week, and we'll see you there, eh? Thank you. See you then.
Mwah.
Cool. Toodaloo. Bye bye.
Sayonara.
Ah.
Ciao.